has delivered more than he could have ever imagined. Well, the reality right now is that we are in a crisis right now. We are in a health crisis. We are in a financial crisis right now as we speak. Okay. So when I was in chiropractic college, let's talk about autism. When I was in chiropractic college, 1 out of every 47,000 kids were diagnosed autistic. Today, it's 1 out of every 46. When I was in chiropractic college, senile dementia and Alzheimer, it was something that, people were like in their late 70s and 80s developing that. And it was something very, very rare. In today's time, you see people that are in their early to mid 50s. So what has changed? It's not that people just became sicker just because they became sicker. It is our environment. We live in a very, very toxic environment. What you eat, what you drink, and what you breathe is terrible right now at this moment. So we are in the nutrition supplement era. It's not if you're going to supplement, it's when you're going to supplement. And for your sake, it's better to supplement when you don't have to than when you have to. I read this book a long time ago. It's called The Weight of the Nation. And The Weight of the Nation, I read it in 2010. And The Weight of the Nation said that by 2025, 1 out of every 2 men over 35 will have cancer. 1 out of every 3 women over 35 would have cancer. 1 out of every man. So if you have a room with 100 men, 50 of them over 35 at one point or another will be diagnosed with cancer. And it didn't hit home very much because this was 15 years ago. I was 40. 2025 just seems so far away. My friends, we're in 2024. We're in the latter part of 2024. So there's something that we have to do. And the answer is Dr. Wallach. And it's not just Dr. Wallach, but it is the work. It is his life work. It is what he has done for the majority part of his life, more than 40 years. This is not something that was formulated yesterday. This is not something that changes every year. I mean, our flagship product, the 90 for Life, has been the same formula for over 27 years. Why? Because the body doesn't change. Our physiology is the same, right? Our endocrine system works the same. Our digestive system works the same. Our metabolism works the same. So it makes me laugh when I come across these companies. They're like, oh, here's the new thing this year, and here's the new. Well, what happened to the old thing, right? This is built on the foundation of your physiology, of understanding what the cells need in order for the cells to duplicate, replicate, and become healthy. And what do the cells need? They need vitamins, minerals, amino acids, essential fatty acids, and antioxidants. And they don't just need them randomly. They need them in the proper amount. 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids, and thousands and thousands and thousands of amino acids. Now, again, it makes me laugh when I come across people because I am a professional network marketer. This is what I do. This is how my wife and I make a living, and we make a beautiful living. So when I come across people, they're like, oh, we have the best vitamins. And I say, you may have the best vitamins. Oh, we have the best amino acids. I don't argue with them, right? Well, you may have the best amino acids. They may have the best something. It's just not complete, right? This product right here is complete. What you see right there, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, it's filled with the nutrients that you need in order to be optimally healthy. The OsteoFX, it has magnesium, boron, manganese, and it has glucosamine sulfate. That chemical enters your cartilage cell, what covers the articulations in your bones, or the tip of the bones, and it creates more chondrocytes. It creates more cartilage cells. The EFAs, the essential fatty acids. Your central nervous system is created of, the majority is a fatty tissue, healthy fats. You can't sit there and eat, 12 avocados and 15 eggs every single day. You could, I guess. You probably get bored very quickly. But not only is it difficult, it gets very expensive. But here, if you take the 90 for Life over a prolonged period of time, it's not a miracle thing. It's not a magic trick. It's not like you take it today and tomorrow you're going to look different. Remember, it takes years before the body begins to feel symptoms. It takes years, right? So give your body an opportunity to go back and find that spot, find that tipping point of wellness, find that tipping point of health. Well, about 14, 15 years ago, I was sitting with my mentor, and we formulated a liver detox. We formulated a liver detox because we were both seeing I'm talking about hundreds of patients a day. And there were some patients that just, it was just hard for them to get well. We would adjust them, we'd scan them, we'd do all these different things. And then we started studying the physiology and we realized that one of the most important systems in the body is the endocrine system. So let me just share with you just a little bit how this works. The endocrine system is very simple, made up of your thyroid gland, your stomach, your pancreas, your spleen, your liver, your common bile duct, your gallbladder, right? Every time someone, the function of the endocrine system is to metabolize, digest, and absorb. So if your endocrine system is functioning well, then you're going to be absorbing the nutrients that you need to be healthy. If your endocrine system is not functioning well, then you can be nutritionally deficient, and that creates thousands of problems. So when the average person eats something, the pancreas becomes active. And the pancreas is going to secrete insulin, but it's also secrete digestive enzymes. It's going to push that into the small intestine. The small intestine is going to absorb everything, and that's going to go, and it's going to go into the filter. The liver is the filter of the body. Everything that you eat, drink, and breathe has to go through the filter before it enters the general circulation. Repeat this again. Everything that you eat and drink has to go through the liver before it enters the general circulation. So then what happens is the liver, because it's a filter, it keeps all the bad stuff, all the toxins, and all the good nutrients enters the circulation system. So after a while, when the liver becomes very, very toxic, the liver is responsible for 80% of all the chemistry in your body, directly and indirectly. One of them is estrogen. Men have estrogen, women have testosterone. They're in lower levels, but we have both hormones. But when the liver is toxic and there's a high level of estrogen, it affects the thyroid gland. It affects the thyroid hormone, because the estrogen and the thyroid hormone, they start fighting for the same receptor site. Now the thyroid gland is affected. Now you start seeing metabolic problems, right? You eat very little and you get a lot bigger. You sleep a lot and you wake up tired. Your nails, your fingers, your skin just doesn't look healthy. You go to the general practitioner, he does a quick exam. He says, I know what you have. You have a thyroid issue. Well, clinical investigations say that you may have a thyroid issue. It's just secondary to a toxic liver. So you have these people that are on thyroxine and all this type of medication for years, for decades, and they still have a thyroid issue. When the reality is that if you detoxify your liver and you take your 90 for life, you take that perfect marriage, we reduce the toxicity, we increase the innate ability to be well, to fortify the body. Now, as my mentor would always say, the power that made the body heals the body. Now you will see a change. Why? Because we're not addressing a certain pathology. We're not addressing a certain condition. We're addressing the entire organism. See, your organism knows what to do and how to do it. I'm not going to give you something to stop your arthritis. I'm not going to give you something to stop your cholesterol. I'm going to give you something to fortify your entire body, so your innate intelligence that has the ability to conquer any and all pathology, now that's going to go to work. And that's when you start seeing changes in your health and in your wellness, right? So when you put these two things together, well, we have something called a family pack. Some people call it a mega pack. I like to call it a family pack because there's enough product. There's over $750 worth of product here. There's enough product for a couple, for a husband and wife and a child, or there's enough product for somebody that may be very, very ill. Now, it's $499. I always stop at this moment and I always ask people, is that a lot or is that a little? Some people say, oh, no, it's appropriate. Other people say, oh, no, it's a little expensive. Well, the correct answer is it depends. It depends. It depends if it's going to help you. If it's going to help you, $499 is nothing. I mean, go and ask any of these people that are critically ill. Would they pay $499 in a heartbeat? But why wait? Why wait? And I understand why many people wait, because I want you to visualize this. There's health, there's disease, then there's symptoms, and then there's disease. I'm going to repeat this again. There's health, then there's disease, then comes the symptoms, then comes the disease. See, medicine has indoctrinated you to think that if you have no symptoms, you're healthy. That is completely wrong. Because once your body goes into a state of dis-ease, that means it lacks harmony. You're going to be promoted into being sick. But symptoms are the last thing to come and the first thing to leave. So you don't want to judge your life and your health by how you feel. You want to judge your life and your health by how you heal. Great difference. It's a different philosophy. I don't want you to come just when you don't feel well. This product you take so you can be well, so you can maintain yourself well. It is a lot harder getting sick and trying to recover than just maintaining it. So for $499, and that's just the initial price. That's just the initial purchase. Because after that, you can just stay on a healthy start pack for like $149 and you're set. So, but you are investing not just in your health, you're investing in your longevity. You're investing in your family. And you don't only get that, you get 12 months membership in Global Business. You get access to a phenomenal compensation plan. I'm going to share a little bit. You get high level business and leadership. That is our forte. I mean, you get excellent